I don't even know how to describe what we just witnessed at Daytona. Every single year we come into the Daytona 500 knowing it's going to be wild, knowing somebody's dream is about to come true and somebody else's is going to get crushed in a split second, but this felt different. There's always that moment in this race when you're holding your breath. The field is packed tight. Everybody's fighting for inches at almost 200 miles per hour, and you just know something big is about to happen. And when it did, it changed everything. Championship favorites, pole contenders, big names, underdogs, all suddenly fighting just to survive. And the crazy part? What happened out there didn't just shake up one afternoon. It could impact the entire season before we've even left Daytona. If you're a real NASCAR fan and you live for these moments, the chaos, the drama, the emotion, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to NASCAR Nation Report. We're a brand new channel trying to reach our first 500 true NASCAR fans, and if you love this sport the way we do, you're in the right place. All right, now let's get into it, because lap 123 completely flipped the Daytona 500 upside down. The field is flying through the tri-oval under green. Tight, aggressive, everybody stacked up. And right in the middle of it, the number 40 JR Motorsports Chevrolet driven by Justin Allgaier is a lap down, trying to stay out of the way of the leaders. You've got cars closing at nearly 190 miles per hour, 2, 3, even 4 wide. Allgaier moves up to clear the lane. And Denny Hamlin in the number 11 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota goes with him. Hamlin puts the nose of that Toyota right into the back bumper of the 40. At that speed, with that much air moving across the spoiler, it doesn't take much. The air gets taken off the right rear. The 40 turns, and suddenly he's sideways in front of the entire pack. 20 cars, 20. Reigning NASCAR Cup Series champion Kyle Larson, pole sitter Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Todd Gilliland, Riley Herbst, Zane Smith, Cole Custer, John Hunter Nemechek, Eric Jones, Alex Bowman, Ty Gibbs, Corey Heim, Michael McDowell, Shane Van Gisbergen, and of course Hamlin himself. That's not just a wreck. That's a season shaker before we even leave Florida. Allgaier immediately took full responsibility. He said he thought the lane was blocked enough. He expected a push. But once Hamlin committed, the air just turned him. And I'll say this, it takes guts to own it like that. But man, the consequences were brutal. Some cars limped back out. Others were towed straight to the garage, done for the day. When the race restarted on lap 136, there were still 31 cars on the lead lap. But Allgaier, Alex Bowman, and Todd Gilliland were officially out. 6 more cars were multiple laps down. That's Daytona. One move, and half the contenders are scrambling. And the chaos didn't even start there. Earlier on lap 86, Chase Briscoe, who had qualified second and led 23 laps early, got shoved off the track in a 3-wide battle exiting turn 4. Ross Chastain was up high, Cody Ware in the middle, Briscoe down low. Contact between Chastain and Ware sends Ware down into Briscoe. Briscoe spins toward pit road and gets absolutely T-boned by Austin Dillon in the number 3. Behind them, Connor Zilisch and Ty Gibbs come together and collect Allgaier. Briscoe goes behind the wall for repairs and returns 11 laps down. Dillon's day never really recovers. That outside pole starting position? Gone in seconds. And then there's William Byron, going for a historic 3rd straight Daytona 500 win, already forced to a backup car after crashing in the duel. Starts at the back. On lap 5, BJ McLeod spins. Byron gets into the outside wall. Damage. Then he's caught again in the lap 123 wreck. His right front suspension bent, car driving loose and tight at the same time. And yet somehow, he still put himself in position late. That's the kind of grit that defines champions. But in the end, through all the madness, it was Tyler Reddick who survived it all and won the 2026 Daytona 500. And you could hear it in his voice. This wasn't just another win. Driving for Michael Jordan, expectations sky high, coming off a drought that forced the whole team to look in the mirror. Reddick said there were moments in the race where they weren't making the decisions they wanted to, but they kept resetting, kept fighting. And when his son asked him before the race if he was finally going to win it, something felt different. That's Daytona magic right there. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. comes home second, saying strategy worked perfectly even if the Toyotas made things a little stale mid-race. Joey Logano finishes third after fighting through earlier damage and late chaos. Chase Elliott was leading off turn 4 late, feeling the momentum shift behind him, knowing a run was coming. And there's nothing worse than being on defense at Daytona. Brad Keselowski salvages fifth after chaos on the final restart. Zane Smith, Chris Buescher, Josh Berry, all grinding out strong finishes. And I've got to say, watching Chris Buescher come from dead last in a backup car to 7th, that's the kind of effort that wins championships in the long run. Even Bubba Wallace, finishing 10th, was emotional. He thought this was his year. Led laps, felt like it was his best 500 yet, and still came up short. That's how cruel this race can be. Connor Zilisch gets his first Daytona 500 experience. Austin Cindric caught wrong lane, wrong time. Austin Dillon frustrated after a fast weekends in smoke. Justin Allgaier devastated but accountable. Todd Gilliland and Alex Bowman just shaking their heads at being in the wrong place at the wrong time. This race had everything. Big wrecks, strategy games, backup cars, redemption arcs, late race chaos, and a winner who genuinely wasn't sure he'd ever hold that Harley J. Earl trophy. What does it all mean? It means the 2026 season just started with a punch to the gut for some of the biggest names in the sport. It means Reddick and that team just sent a message to the entire garage. It means drivers like Larson, Busch, Byron, and Blaney are already playing catch-up emotionally, even if it's only race 1. And it means Atlanta next week is going to feel personal for a lot of guys. Daytona always sets the tone. Sometimes it crowns a legend. Sometimes it breaks hearts. This year, it did both. If you felt that chaos the way I did, drop a comment and tell me, was that move just hard racing or was it avoidable? I want to hear what real fans think. And if you love honest NASCAR talk like this, make sure you like the video and subscribe to NASCAR Insider News. We're a brand new channel pushing toward our first 500 subscribers, and we're building a community of true fans who live and breathe this sport. Atlanta is next, and after what we just saw, I promise you, this season is just getting started.